Chapter 1: The Arrival of Goku. One day, while Goku was training intensely on Beerus' planet, a mysterious wormhole suddenly opened and sucked him in. He found himself thrown into an unknown world, landing in the middle of a city. Confused but curious, Goku began to explore his new environment. As he flew over the city, he noticed several buildings and roads slightly damaged, indicating that there had been some confrontations. But before he could get closer, Hawks intercepted him, thinking he was a villain. Hawks attacked him by surprise, making him crash into a building before demanding his surrender. Hawks, surrender, you and your friends are already losing. Goku, I felt that one. Ha. Hawks was surprised. Goku didn't seem affected by the power of the fall. Hawks, damn, this guy looks tough. I might need reinforcements, he thought to himself. Goku got back on his feet and said, I'm not here to fight. I just want to go home, scratching the back of his head sheepishly. Hawks approached slowly but remained on guard. Goku noticed this and tried to reassure him, but to no avail. He ended up being taken into custody. He stayed in detention for a few hours, thinking the guy with wings would come back, but after 3 hours, he got tired and used instant transmission to go to the guy with wings' location. Hawks was eating when Goku teleported right in front of him, causing him to spit out his food comically. Hawks, what are you doing here? Hawks shouted. Goku, I just wanted to ask you to help me find my way back. They stared at each other for a few seconds. Out of context, imagine Goku's goofy face and Hawks with a serious look. Anyway, Hawks took a deep breath and asked Goku where he was from. Goku, I'm from West City. Hawks, West City? Never heard of it. Do you know how you got here? Hawks asked. To which Goku replied no, that there was a void and he only remembered training with his master Whis. Hawks sighed. Hawks, I'll ask my colleagues if they know anything and get back to you. Don't do anything stupid in the meantime, understood? Goku got it. As Goku wandered around, he stumbled upon UA and heard explosions coming from the school. He flew over and noticed students undergoing physical tests. He landed on the edge of the school roof and watched from afar. He noticed that all the students had some sort of powers and seemed to use them to their advantage, all except one. He continued to watch until the ball throw, where the boy who was supposed to have no power threw the ball with prodigious strength. Goku couldn't help but smile when he saw that. A blonde boy seemed to be on edge because of the green-haired boy's performance and tried to attack him. Before Aizawa, their teacher, could notice, Goku had already neutralized him. No one saw him coming, it was as if he teleported due to his speed. This drove Bakugo mad with rage, and he used his explosions to get rid of Goku. Despite Goku's strength, the explosions seemed to affect him and propelled him backward. His body managed to protect his face just before the impact due to his mastery of Ultra Instinct, but his forearms stung. Goku opened his eyes and noticed that his forearms had burn marks, which was unusual. Upon further reflection, Goku also noticed that his muscle mass was inferior to what it should be in his world. Aizawa neutralized Bakugo's quirk and used his bandages to immobilize him. The students of Class 1A rushed to Goku to see if he was okay. Mina, are you okay? Ida, your forearms are burned to the 2nd degree. You need to see Recovery Girl. Goku, I'm okay, it's just a scratch. Goku also noticed that some of the students were taller than him, like Mizo and Rikido, and he deduced that he had become younger. Aizawa asked Ida to take Izuku and Goku to see Recovery Girl while he lectured Bakugo. Mina, Tsuyu, Ida, Uraraka, Kaminari, and Hagakure accompanied Goku and Izuku to the infirmary. The students returned to class, and a few minutes later, All Might and Hawks appeared in the infirmary. Hawks started lecturing Goku, reminding him of his promise not to do anything stupid. Izuku defended Goku, explaining what had happened and asking which class Goku belonged to. Goku replied that he wasn't in school. Izuku was surprised. Izuku, but you're super fast. You could be a hero like All Might or Hawks. Why not try? With your speed, you could save a lot of people. All Might nudged Hawks, and Hawks told Goku that he should at least try until they found out where he came from. Goku nodded, and Izuku brought him to his class. Hawks followed them and managed to get Aizawa to accept. Everyone was surprised to see Hawks insisting so much on Goku, and they began to question him. A few hours later, classes ended, and everyone went home. Goku had become friends with Izuku, and they walked towards the school exit. They were joined by Ida, Uraraka, and Mina. Izuku was hugged from behind by Uraraka, which made him blush furiously. Ida, Mina, and Hagakure were laughing, but when Ida and Mina noticed another laugh, they were scared. Mina, I almost had a heart attack, she said, holding her chest. Goku wasn't surprised. He knew she was already with them. He just watched them talk as they walked. Time skip because I don't want to do weird things. The next day, everyone was at school, and Goku noticed All Might's key and wondered what was going to happen. All Might arrived in the classroom and explained that there would be a combat exercise. Combat exercise. Objective. The students are divided into teams of 2 and must either capture the opposing team or secure a fake bomb in a building. Supervision. I will supervise this exercise to evaluate the students' combat skills and teamwork abilities. Procedure. Each team consists of a hero and a villain. The heroes must infiltrate the building and disarm the bomb, while the villains must defend their position. And Goku will be against the most effective team, all by himself. In reality, All Might wanted to test Goku's abilities without really saying it. Everything went normally, and Goku finished his exercise in less than a fraction of a second. All Might and the students didn't see any movement from Goku. He just teleported due to his speed and managed to disarm the nuclear weapon. All Might, as confused as the students, was speechless at Goku's speed. Once Goku and the others returned with the students, Goku was congratulated by Izuku, Mina, Ida, and the other classmates, except for Bakugo, who was very jealous and on edge, and Aoyama, who was too busy complimenting himself in front of a mirror. After the test, the students took a break and went to the cafeteria. Izuku, Goku, and the others went to the cafeteria to eat. Goku was clearly still hungry, but they only distributed 1 meal per student. Mina then decided to share her meal and her bento with Goku. Goku thanked Mina and hurried to eat, but noticed there was only 1 pair of chopsticks. Mina noticed it too and blushed. Mina took the chopsticks, picked up some food, and fed Goku. Mina, we can share it like this, open wide, she said while blushing hard, which made Uraraka and Hagakure laugh. Goku didn't understand why they were laughing and did what she asked as long as he could eat. After the cafeteria, they returned to class to attend the most boring lesson of their lives. The next day, the students arrived at the USJ for rescue training, where they met 13, who would be their guide. Shortly after, villains emerged from a dark purple portal, which then teleported the students to different zones of the USJ, each simulating a different type of disaster. In this scenario, Shigaraki and Kurogiri did not stay, and the Nomu were split into 2, one with regeneration and the other with impact absorption, allowing them to act without needing orders. Goku saw the Nomu in the distance and tried to leave to eliminate them, but Mina clung to him, preventing him from flying. Goku, Mina, let go, I need to go eliminate those villains. Goku was interrupted by Mina. Mina, and then what? Bakugo managed to hurt you, and you really think I'm going to let you go fight villains? Never in my life, she said with tears in her eyes. Further away, they heard Bakugo's explosions and saw Todoroki freezing some villains. A few seconds later, Tsuyu and Izuku joined them, and Izuku began to devise a plan to buy time for the heroes to arrive. Mina was absolutely against it. She didn't want Goku to be the bait and insisted he stay with her. Izuku, but Mina, Goku is much faster than these villains. Izuku was interrupted by Mina. Mina, no. And what if he falls, or if there's a villain who can cancel quirks like Mr. Aizawa? I don't want him to go, I don't want it. When Mina turned around, Goku was no longer there. They looked up and a boom resounded. Goku had just transformed into Super Saiyan 2, making the entire USJ tremble. Goku charged a Kamehameha, sensing no ki in the Nomu, concluding that they were just androids. Everyone looked up at the sky, fear in their eyes, not understanding what was happening. Goku launched his Kamehameha at the Nomu, disintegrating them in a second and leaving a huge crater in the USJ, causing the villains to retreat or surrender. Goku's transformation disappeared immediately after, as it seemed his ki reserves had also diminished. As he was about to hit the ground, Aizawa used his bandages to catch him in midair. Mina ran towards them, followed by the other students, while Aizawa laid Goku on the ground. He appeared unconscious due to his exponential loss of ki. Mina rushed to hold him in her arms. Reinforcements arrived: Hawks, All Might, and the others. But once they arrived, the villains were already captured. Hawks and All Might went to Aizawa, and Hawks rushed to Goku, seeing him unconscious on the ground. Hawks, what happened? Izuku spoke up and explained that Goku was surrounded by a golden aura and launched a blue laser at the monsters, pointing in the direction. Hawks, All Might, and the other students turned and were astonished at the size of the crater. Goku was taken to the hospital, and the doctors diagnosed nothing serious, just a loss of consciousness, which relieved everyone, especially Mina. He woke up a few hours later, only to be comically knocked out by an angry Mina. Once Goku was back on his feet, they returned to class, where he was awaited by all the pro heroes who congratulated him for his courageous act. They gave him his hero license, which he could collect at the end of the trials. Midnight and other pro heroes couldn't help but ask him what his quirk was. A quirk with such destructive power was frightening. Not wanting to raise suspicions, Goku said his quirk was ki manipulation. The heroes continued to ask complicated questions. Out of context, imagine Goku with smoke coming out of his ears. Anyway, Hawks lightened the atmosphere and All Might told Goku he could leave. Goku went to the courtyard with his friends. Hawks, avoid asking too many questions, you saw the size of the crater. All Might, fortunately, he fell into Hawks' hands. If it had been a villain, we could have lost a lot of personnel. Aizawa, especially since my quirk doesn't work on him. The pro heroes were still surprised. Endeavor was a bit taken aback because this boy was stronger than his son and maybe even stronger than him at his age. Arriving at the courtyard, Goku went to see Izuku and the others. Momo and Todoroki were also there, waiting for Goku. Once Goku arrived, Todoroki asked him what his quirk was. Everyone else wanted to know too. Goku said his quirk was ki manipulation. Everyone was confused. Ida, what can you do with it? He asked. Goku, I can manipulate my ki and create Kakoha to attack enemies from a distance. I can also fly with it. He demonstrated and everyone was amazed. Todoroki now considered Goku his rival and Izuku asked Goku if he had trained to be able to do that, to which Goku replied yes. Izuku felt a wave of determination and was more resolved than ever to master his quirk. Momo, you were surrounded by a golden aura. Is that thanks to your quirk? Goku nodded. Momo, can you do it again? Goku, I can, but it costs me a lot of energy. I can't maintain it for very long. Momo understood and asked if he could show them, even for a few seconds. Goku, no, I can't. My ki reserves are exhausted. Momo and the others were extremely disappointed. Goku, I can show you a variant if you want. Everyone, yes. Goku, okay then. Goku took a deep breath and the atmosphere became heavy. Goku's eyes turned gray and his hair the same color. Everyone around Goku was suddenly forced to their knees due to the amount of divine ki emanating from his body. Even the pro heroes were on their knees, not knowing what was happening. Only one person remained standing, Izuku, who was in full cowling mode at 100%, instinctively as if his body had detected a mortal danger. Goku noticed several different ki within Izuku at that moment. Goku returned to his basic form and Izuku lost consciousness. A few seconds later, All Might and the other heroes surrounded Goku and asked what had happened. Goku explained, and everyone around him was frightened, except All Might, who saw everything in Izuku's eyes. Mina and Ida, knowing Goku well, knew there was nothing to worry about.